Alrighty, so this is a new setup here. You guys are on a tripod for me. We're going to be wrapping today two pieces. We have the piece that is above the driver's face behind the rear mirror, and then we're also going to be wrapping the T-top separator part. First one thing with the T-top one that I want, mine's in rough condition, but I'm going to reuse it because I don't want to buy a new one, is I'm going to see if I can make these points where screws connect a little bit more sturdy. Just maybe these center ones, because the center ones have split from the use and age. But 50-year-old car, what can you expect? First, we're going to be starting with this one. So first, what I like to do, since these were spray painted, that gives them a slick surface. I like to just take a maroon scouring pad and just go over it pretty thoroughly, and then I will clean it and wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. This one is a foam one, so like some of the pieces, the center divider the divider that's behind the window, rear window, that one I was able to take off the original vinyl cover and then just lay the new cover on the fiberglass. This one, since this has the foam, I'm not going to do that. And so we're just going to scrub it down pretty good with this, get it nice and rough, get it as close to the right as we can, and then we're going to go back through with a done with the scouring pad. We're done with this, and this we'll put behind us so I don't knock it over again, as you saw I did in the first video, and then wipe down our station again. Don't want any of this dust getting up here, so that when I put the vinyl down, I don't get any dust anywhere. Okay, make sure that's all dry and good. And then, so we got that done. We wax and grease removed it. Tear vinyl down. See if this is just long enough to where I can do this side. It is not. So we will pull this vinyl all the way out, and we're just going to cut. We're going to go this way and just cut from the top here. Is it long enough there? It is not. So we're gonna have to go right here. So, see, okay, it's right there, and don't need that much extra. I typically tend to cut a lot of extra, but see, if we're laying this one, that's all gonna go there, not there. So we just need to cut to like right here. That goes there to right about here is what I'll say is good. So I went ahead and bought extra of this vinyl just so that way I could be a little bit more careless in a sense, or reckless, and make sure that I can do multiple takes or leave extra. So we have our vinyl. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put gloves on. I'm gonna go outside and spray this down with some 3M. I ended up just getting the 90 can because O'Reilly's was running a deal on it, and so I just went and grabbed this one because it was, I think, $5 off. But I'm gonna go outside, spray this. You don't have to spray it. You can see, let's see, there's nothing coming off. You can see I got it all off, but you don't have to spray it with an adhesive, contact adhesive. I am, just to be extra sure, because I don't want to have to redo this at all. So I will be right back on that. I'm gonna go spray this after I wipe it down one last time with some wax and grease remover, but I'll have gloves on this way so I don't transfer any finger oils, and I'll be back in. Alright, I am back. The industrial stuff definitely works, but it sprays a lot different. I have to change out my gloves. So that green can of 90 sprays a lot different than the can of 77. It's a lot thicker, a lot globbier, looks a little uglier. So we'll see how this actually works out for the product. I did end up finding a vinyl wrap spatula thing that apparently I had. So we're going to use this to help us out a little bit. But now we just take off the contact or the paper on the back side of the vinyl. And then what I said in the last video that I've just learned now from doing this a few times is it's easiest to lay that onto here. So what we'll do is we'll flip it over and set that in the middle there. Lay this out that way, lay it out that way. Grab this and go from the middle there, out. There we go. Then we're going to pick this up from the underneath side and start to wrap it out. So once we can get this tack off. So, sorry, I forgot about the camera there for a second. So we'll be able to flip this one over now. And we're just going to smooth it out. You can see right here, I have that little bit of ripple. Thankfully with this product, I can just lift it up. And there you go, it's good as new. And then it's gonna do the same thing on this side, ripple up. There we go. So now we can start to lay this on the back side. Let me grab a razor blade, because we can go make a cut right here. And we can just, I have a lot of extra vinyl with this piece because you can cut right here. We can just cut off this top a little bit. I kind of wanted a little extra on this one just because it will be hidden away, so it doesn't matter too much how much is extra on this. I kind of wanted a lot extra. So, throw that away. We're just going to smooth that onto there. Smooth that onto there. And just keep going, just make sure you smooth it. Still learning how exactly to do the edges, or how exactly I want to do them. They are tricky. Just going to go for this one. Pull and press at the same time, and I guess we have all this extra here we can just take our knife to. See, that's what I'm trying to work on, is how to get these corners to be nice and laid, but they are proving quite difficult. See, the vinyl there stuck to itself, so thankfully we can just pull it back. We can just trim this off. It's nice and snug on there. And we'll go with this side. Get this side on there nice and good. We'll get that excess off. And what we'll do is we're going to pull this back actually. And we're going to, for this recessed part, what I'm going to do is cut this at an angle, lay it back, maybe. Yeah, these angles here, I'm still learning how to exactly do them. Just, this is where this material, or where I'm still learning how to do that part. So I got that one to go, but you can still kind of see the material there, the underneath material. Well, so here's what we'll do is we'll just try this. Just cutting to the corner there, lay that flat, and bring that in. That's visible there, down there at the bottom. We'll fold it back. We'll see what this looks like in the car. And if it's visible, then I'll pull it off and I'll rewrap it, see what else we can try to do for that. I just can't think of another way to be able to do that. So we're gonna come along here, smooth this out. This back side, because I did that side that way, I want to come out here and go like that. So I want to, we can actually, we're going to cut some of this excess material out of here. And we'll make a couple just going to make some like relief cuts, cut it like that and just lay them one down at a time. So we'll go like that, 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 because then we can go like that one, that one, that one, and lay that one down. So then kind of see if that works. Hopefully that does. And for this final piece, we don't need quite that much material up there, so I'm just going to go through, cut off a good bit. And since we're going to be laying that down there, we don't need. So since we're going to be laying this piece like this, I'm not use my thing, we can go ahead and cut all this excess off here. It's definitely a little bit more tricky when you're laying it onto foam versus just fiberglass. It's not working. It's doing fine. It's just these parts here, I just don't know what to do. Maybe here's what we can do for this. And we just go like that. And then go like that. Let's see if this works. This is a little trickier. I'm going to try. We're going to cut it kind of like at an angle like that so I can get that piece to lay down. And nope, that didn't quite work. So, still figuring out the corners. But this is also my first time ever wrapping things. So it's fine. That will be hidden behind the mirror, so honestly that's fine. So what we're going to do next, and what I might just try too, is cutting this in those multiple little spots like I did before, because then we'll lay that one like that, that one like that. I don't need necessarily this corner tag here. We'll go ahead and we'll lay it down like this. That's one I'm just going to leave all the extra over there, just because I have the glue in the back anyways. So now we come down to the end here. still learning these end pieces. It's definitely takes some figuring out. I'm just gonna lay that one over there. So this probably didn't turn out that great. This was my first one wrapping onto foam. But you look at the front, we just, that's gonna go. So that's over the hole there. That's there, that's there. See, you have a little bit of an air bubble there, but you just wiggle its way out. And the material is very forgiving. See, now you can't even tell. So we're just gonna go back through, press this all in. See, hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there. I didn't want to really press into the holes because the screws I'll be using will just kind of hold it in and then it'll kind of stretch it. But yeah, that's nice and good. Make sure the back is nice and pressed in because that's where all the grip is to make it stay. But I mean, the rolls, so now I learned it's very less of this glue, I think. That glue is definitely interesting. Maybe it's not activated, but it's not bad. You know, we'll see how it holds up. I mean, it's going like this, so it'll be above my head and you can't really see, so I can't really complain if it's too bad. But we'll put that one in the down pile. And then we're gonna move on to this one. This one should be real interesting to do. Switch our gloves. We're just going to wipe the gloves off. I am back. I ended up switching back to the 77. I didn't like that way. The 90 kind of stuck. And then reading the directions on it, the 90 doesn't specifically say fabric material. The 77. So we're going to lay this right down here and just kind of walk it down. Make sure I didn't screw that up. Okay, I did not. We're just going to press that out best we can. You can see the outline there. Make sure we get that nice and smooth. All the blemishes out. Okay, so now we can flip this piece over and begin our work wrapping it. So you can see here, we'll take off this bit here. we're going to kind of cut this one right here and right here, and we're just going to fold that up, and then I think we'll give it another cut here so that way I can pull that there. I think I'm learning these corners things. I don't know if anybody here watches Vice Grip Garage, but he cracks me up because that's something I got to do work on my car, is the go-go machine, forward backwards. And so we are figuring this piece out as we go. So you can see right there, so let's make a cut kind of right there, and then make another cut right there. So let's see, we can go like this with that, and then that's gonna stick there, and then we'll make another cut here, because right here is where we have the hole for the screw to go through and hold this piece in. And then we're just going to do those kind of, in a sense, like pie cuts, because those seem to work really well at getting the material to go where I want it to go. The good thing too is this is on the underneath side. No one's going to ever see this, so it doesn't matter how ugly the back is. It just matters that it holds. And shoot, that turned out pretty good. So for in here, we have a lot of extra materials. We're going to go ahead and just take them off a fair amount. And then seeing that it's going to go to like right here, so we're just going to do a preemptive cut in here. Oh, I had the back of my blade there. So we're just going to preemptively do that. And we're just going to stick this up there and then start making those pie cuts, so that way it goes like that and goes like that. Okay, well, now we know the future. So when we do that side, I screwed up a little bit there. That's all what this is part of, those learning. So we can see here, yeah, screwed up a little bit there, it's fine. So what I'm just gonna do, just because this is my car, is I'm just gonna cut off this piece of vinyl. I'm just gonna patch that in there, just so that way it is not visible. It'll look tacky, but it's my car, so I don't 100% care. But we're gonna come down to this one here. We're gonna just go in the corner of that. We're going to go in here. As you can see, if my big head gets out of the way, I'm just gonna cut into that. And then this, you can see we have so much extra material. Let's give this a good cut. Press that in, pull and press, pull and press. And then we see where this is at. We're just gonna pull that in there. It's not the prettiest, but that will also be covered up. There's a little blemish there you can see, but that'll be covered up, so that's fine if it looks like that. What people don't know and don't see won't hurt them. So we're gonna pop that in there, and we'll see this part here. We will go like this, make that incision, make another cut there, another cut there, and another cut like right there, because then we can go like this, like that. So we are making kind of a judgment call here on that one. We're just gonna cut that out of there. You can see the adhesive works pretty good, especially when you toss in that 77 glue. So we're going to fold that up. It has a fair amount of stretch to it, as you see right there. That's just stretching right over, and it doesn't quite lose the integrity of the material. Because then we're going to go like this. And we'll just press all this down. Okay, that's all pressed and good. Looks like, honestly, or garbage. I know, I just have to bleep that out. Looks bad from the rear end, but it'll be good. So we're gonna go from that. And we made that pie cut there, so that'll go there. And then that. So we're just gonna take off that top part. I made that cut there, so we can lay that down. Put that there, and we're going to put there and that there. Let's see like that. So we'll flip this over this way, and we'll go in reverse. Okay, so we're laying this one. This was where we did all the cuts there. So boom, boom, lay down there, down there. I think we learned how to do corners. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty exciting because corners were kicking my rear end with the other pieces. So we'll go that there. That there. That there. That there. That's nice and stuck. So we'll come back down here like that. Take off that extra material. Take off that material. We'll lay this piece there flat. And then we'll take off that to lay that flat, and kind of just take off like all this extra here at the end, but we'll leave a corner piece to pull in, and then we have a corner there. Frick yeah. Alright, well, let's see here. So we have that spot there, that spot there, and we can take off like that much material. So I want this part here to lay there. So there's a lot of extra material on this side. We're gonna set that there. So we're going to go like so, let's see here. Material stretches nice and tightly. Just gotta make sure you flip it over. Oh, don't get your glove stuck like I just did almost there. Back is definitely not pretty by any means. Butchered cut there. Yeah, as you can see, I am not a professional at this, but thankfully a lot of this stuff is hidden by the top. All that matters is when you turn it over, how it looks. Okay, so I mean those spots there were from the previous piece, or the piece that's underneath it. Couldn't get those off of it, but you can see from the top, because those parts will be covered with the metal of the T-top brackets. There's a couple spots where I messed up, but all you gotta do is just, you know, take your time with it. I rushed a little bit with this one. But I mean, it's gonna look a world better than when we put it in the car. So, only good thing to think about is what is it gonna, or how's it gonna hold up. Fingers crossed it holds up really good. But that is all for today. Now you guys learned the do's and don'ts, kinda. You at least learned how to go from my mistakes I made, which is always cut extra, double check your cuts, you know, work on the corners. But these corners are looking a lot better than my other pieces. You can't see any of the material underneath. So that's good. And then, as always, have an amazing day. If you liked what you watched and you learned some, or at least learned what to avoid, just click the like button and hit subscribe. And I'll be uploading the rest of the interior. I have two more of the interior from the driver back. And then once I get those done, and then I'll be doing the A-pillars and then looking at the dash and seeing how much of the dash pad I actually can do. But thank you so much. Have a good day.